For one fan of Elder Scrolls Online, the role-playing fantasy video game, just playing isn't enough.
Just the love of the game, love of the genre, that's what really truly inspired me to do this down here.
Tyler Kirkham spent $50,000 recreating the world of the Elder Scrolls games in his basement.
Who wouldn't want to have a basement like this? It's freaking amazing.
If I had $50,000 to put into a basement, I think it would be like this.
And with Elder Scrolls Online about to be released on consoles, he's always on the lookout for new features he can add.
I'm going to create a magic staff like that and put it down in the basement.
That would be perfect.
Comic book artist Tyler Kirkham from Salt Lake City is a big fan of Elder Scrolls.
I got into Elder Scrolls a few years ago. The reason I like these games so much is it's an expansive fantasy world. It's a role-playing game, so you are the character, and you're essentially living the life of this character in a fantasy world.
And he was inspired to turn his fantasy world into reality.
Come on down, I'll show you the Elder Scrolls basement. Kind of a fun thing, we put the waypoint from the game on there, just, you've arrived.
The basement is every Elder Scrolls fan's dream, featuring medieval weapons, a waterfall, and even a secret passageway hidden behind a bookcase.
Who knows, maybe that'll lead to a hidden Oblivion gate, perhaps.
Tyler created the basement from scratch, with the help of his building contractor dad.
I'd walk around the video game, and just show him, Dad, this is what we're going for. We want, a ceiling that looks like this. We want our walls to look like this. Just so he could visualize what I was going for down here without thinking I was nuts. This was, a 2-year process, and we actually had to stop, mid-process because we couldn't afford to do the bathroom at the time. We just saved up and did what we could when we had the money to do it.
But the bathroom was worth the wait.
The bathroom in the basement, we themed like a Mimeshaft, something that you would see in the game. We did a water feature on one wall, and then the shower itself has a waterfall ledge as well as a normal shower head. And then over here we kind of did like an alchemy kind of area. Grab a potion or a spell if you need to and get on your adventure. A few of my favorite pieces that we have down here are actually things that we collected while we were in Europe. For example, we have like an Italian crossbow, some little ram horn pieces from Germany. So over here we set up a makeshift kind of training area. The training dummies, you can grab a sword or an axe and get your practice in before you head out to the battlefield. I wanted to have the exposed brick, but I wanted it to look like the plaster had been crumbling off, possibly from a dragon attack or something.
Tyler's wife Jill was fully on board with the project and helped with the design.
I actually wanted to do the concrete floors. He was unsure. He kind of was leaning towards carpet just for future with kids and stuff, but I felt like we needed to do the concrete floors to make it match the style.
Although maybe other uses for the money had crossed her mind.
With all the money that we've put into finishing the basement, maybe we could have put in a pool in the backyard. I don't know.
Even the neighbours have been in for a look around.
The first time I came down here, I couldn't believe that Tyler could build something like this.
I remember when he was down here with his dad, and they were kind of putting some stuff together, and I couldn't picture it, and then we came down here and it was all done, and it was like stepping into another century.
When we show our basement to people, they tend to come down and they're like, whoa.
Another regular visitor is Tyler's Elder Scrolls obsessed brother, Tristan, who lives nearby.
I love the Elder Scrolls because of the sheer size and adventure of the games, the open world nature. Spend 100 hours in the game and suddenly there's another 100 hours you can spend in the game. I think Tyler did a great job here on the Elder Scrolls basement. When he first mentioned it to me, I knew it was going to be something special.
As the console version of Elder Scrolls Online is about to launch, excitement is growing in the Kirkham household.
So being able to get online and play with my friends who, are miles away or even countries away is amazing to me. I mean, I could be fighting a guy in Europe, I could be fighting a guy in China. We could be teaming up to fight goblins or orcs or trolls. That excites me a lot about the Elder Scrolls Online.
And maybe continued exploration of the online game will inspire some new features in Tyler's basement.
I know that I'm going to play the game and see different ideas and wish that I could do it. But I'm going to create a magic staff like that and put it down in the basement.
You need some magic staff.
Cast some spells on Jill. I just hope I have the space and the money to be able to afford to do it.